Hey, this is Das from Thriller Recapped, and today we are going through a 2018 crime drama movie called A 12-Year Night. At the beginning of the movie, it is narrated that Uruguay is under a civil military dictatorship. After several decades of democracy in 1973, the Tupamaros revolutionary movement has been defeated and its survivors are in prison. On September 7th, 9 Tupamaro prisoners were secretly taken by the military government, and the movie is about the 3 prisoners. Next we see that the 3 prisoners, Jose Mujica, Fernandez and Rosen Kraf, are taken from their jail cells to a government-run prison in a secret military operation for a night. They are commanded to stand still in their cells with their face covered and handcuffed behind their back. The next day their faces are uncovered and are unhandcuffed in their cells. The 3 prisoners are given an army defense resolution, which says that they are not allowed to talk to each other or even to this hole. As time passes, the prisoners are shifted to a different military base where the chief visits Rosen Kraf's cell and tells him that his family is forcing them to meet him. He tells him that he will meet his family shortly, but he warns him to stay silent during the meeting. Then he goes into Jose Mujica's cell and tells him that he and his fellow Tupamaros political prisoners are no longer prisoners, but held as hostages by the army. After that, the prisoners get haircuts and showers. Rosen Kraf has given a medical checkup during which the doctor is thrilled to find the prisoners in such terrible condition. In the next scene, Mauricio Rosen Kraf meets both his daughter Alejandra and his parents. Suddenly his father Isaac, not being able to recognize him, collapses on the ground, and Rosen Kraf is taken back into his cell forcibly. In 1975, they are taken to another military base where they are subjected to petty rules and exploit. They are fed upon the leftovers by the soldiers. Jose Mujica is separated from the trio and held at the bottom of a grain silo on the eve of Christmas. But Fernandez and Rosen Kraf start communicating with each other through tap codes. In 1976, the 3 prisoners are taken to another military base where both Mauricio Rosen Kraf and Fernandez still communicate through tap codes. They also started playing chess through the tap codes. But we will have Fernandez taken to the toilet by the soldiers when he tells them that he cannot take a shit while being tied. The soldiers discuss the situation with the corporal and sergeant. Meanwhile, Fernandez manages to steal a few crumbled newspapers from the bin. Later, he tells Rosen Kraf through tap code about the updates that he reads from the crumpled newspaper. After a prolonged period of confinement, Jose Mujica experiences delusions and begins hallucinating about his mother. His mom comes to the prison to see him, but the guard turns her away by saying that Jose Mujica wasn't there. In the year 1977, the trio is shifted to another prison in which both Rosen Kraf and Halito are not able to communicate with each other through tap codes. Rosen Kraf overheard a soldier talking about the woman he desires to approach. He tells the soldier that he will help him write a letter to that girl, and that he will make sure the girl would get some moisture between her legs upon reading the letter. The soldier gets angry at him, but later he brings a pen and paper to Rosen Kraf. Then Rosen Kraf was taken into Sergeant Alvin Mora's room, where he is asked to write a letter for him as the sergeant had heard that he helped a soldier earlier. By writing the letter, the sergeant lets him keep the pen and notebook on his request. He also brings fresh bread for him and shares his personal problems. While Rosen Kraf writes the letter, the sergeant increases the volume of his radio for the trio to enjoy the football match. In 1978, the 3 men are united and transported to an underground prison where Jose Mujica is conditioned, worsened and complete. But we will have Fernandez imagining meeting his wife and daughter. He fears that his family will forget him with the passage of time. Jose Mujica relives the memories of his capture and fears that they will be forgotten in the years to come. In 1979, the trio is shifted to another prison where Terrio Fernandez, Halito and Mauricio Rosen Kraf are relieved for being able to communicate with each other through tap codes. Fernandez tells him that he is going to meet his daughter, Gabrielita, but he doesn't know what to talk about when he meets his daughter. Rosen Kraf tells him a story through the tap code, which he then narrates to his daughter. He tries to hide his swollen and wounded hands from her, but she lowers him by moving his hands playfully. One day, Fernandez hears the click-clack of a typewriter and attempts to interpret the meaning by inscribing it on a bar of soap. Suddenly, soldiers appeared in the trio cells to improve the condition of the cells by providing books, radios, and food. The prisoners read the newspapers and get the knowledge on the country's current affairs. Rosen Kraf overheard a soldier mentioning that the prisoners are given everything they need and are taken care of in the best possible way. In the next scene, before Fernandez is taken before the International Red Cross Committee, He has commanded not to reveal the truth of how the prisoners are being treated, or else he will be facing the music. However, Fernandez bro opens up and reveals that the prisoners are barely fed, not even allowed to go to the bathroom or talk to anyone. But then it is revealed that this was all that Fernandez bro imagined snitching in front of the Red Cross committee. The prisoner only stated his name and was taken back into his cell. After the Red Cross delegation left, their cells are emptied and the special privileges are taken back, revealing that they were given in a ruse to fool the visiting delegation. Next, we see that the military chief meets with Fernandez bro to discuss about the bar of soap with inscriptions that were discovered in his possession. The chief forces him to decode the message, but Fernandez bro tells him that it is not a message, rather it's a way to play roulette. He then explains to the chief how the game is played to make him believe his words and get rid of any thoughts that Fernandez bro has malicious intentions. However, the chief expresses regret for not finishing him off in 1972. Through a flashback, we are shown that on the 14th of April 1972, the members of the Tupamaros group were attacked by the army. The military chief and his team arrived at Fernandez bro's home and shot both his wife and a friend, leaving Fernandez bro to burrow and one of the other group members wounded in the attic. When the country's officials arrived, the army displayed the scene as though they were being attacked by the Tupamaros. One of the soldiers discovered the presence of wounded survivors. When the chief was informed, he secretly tries to finish them off. But before that, Fernandez surrenders himself to the hands of the country's officials. As the flashback ends, the military chief mocks him for being defeated and ending up in prison. Right after that, Jose Mujica's mother visits the prison to meet him and tells him that she has brought food and other items. Jose Mujica acts weirdly and shares the mental delusions. He experiences his mother getting frustrated with him and advises him to stay strong and don't let the army defeat him. In the next scene, Jose Mujica causes a commotion at a military event held near his cell block. He forces the soldiers to give him the items which his mother brought for him. After that, he is taken to a psychiatrist and explains his condition to her. The guard intervenes in their conversation and tries to tell the psychiatrist that Jose Mujica is given everything he needs in his cell. While the psychiatrist sends the guard to get water, she reveals to Jose Mujica that he is suffering from delusional psychosis. She tells him that he needs to have good sleep and rest and cling to anything that can help to get rid of his constantly disturbing thoughts. Jose Mujica tells her that nothing could help his complicated condition. She promises to raise awareness of his condition and provide him with books, a pen and paper to improve the state of his mind by reading and writing. Before he leaves, she advises him to have faith, as the days of imprisonment will be over. In 1980, the results of the election resulted in Uruguayans refusing the constitutional project proposed by the government by demanding democracy in the country. This defeat initiates a wave of frustration in the military, which led to the trio being beaten up by the soldiers. In the years 1981 and 1982, they are moved to different military bases where Fernandez bro and Rosen Kraf communicate through tap codes. Jose Mujica was provided with books to read for improving his mental health. In 1983, they are returned to another prison where Rosen Kraf meets Sergeant Almora, who is a chief guard. Sergeant Almora reveals that he is married. Rosen Kraf expresses gratitude to Sergeant Almora for allowing the three prisoners to have a greater degree of freedom under his custody. The prisoners are delighted to see each other when they bask in the sunlight. In 1984, they are taken to their first prison and are commanded to wear prison uniforms. Fernandez bro asks the other prisoners about the members of his group. He learns that they were taken by the military on different occasions and never returned. In 1985, Jose Mujica was released after signing the form that confirms that the prisoners were given fair treatment during their confinement. Before he leaves, the chief tells him that the military plans to catch them again. However, Mujica wishes them good luck with their plan and leaves the prison. Later, Fernandez bro does some dishes in the prison's kitchen for the new prisoners who will come after them. After that, he and Rosen Kraf along with other political prisoners are taken on a bus to reunite with their families. On their way, they see a lot of people, including kids, who greet them and reveal that they never forgot the members of the Tupamaros group. All the families are emotional and delighted to see their husbands, sons, and brothers return. Jose Mujica's mother and Fernandez bro family wait eagerly for the prisoners' return. Rosen Kraf reunites with his parents and daughter Alejandro, then gets out of the bus and is greeted by his wife, Graciela, and daughter Gabrielino. Next, we see that Jose Mujica's name is announced and his mother rushes to meet him. After that, it is narrated that after 12 years of solitary confinement, democracy was returned to the country, and the prisoners were released in a general amnesty. In the final scene, It is narrated that Fernandez bro became both a senator and defense minister. He died on August 5, 2016. Rosen Kraf lives in Montana. He is a poet, novelist, and playwright. He was the cultural director for the city of Montevideo. Jose Mujica was a congressman and a senator in 2010. At the age of 75, he was elected as the president of Uruguay. He later visited all the prisons that he and his friends were locked up in and did something outrageous to all those prisoners. You must be wondering what outrageous act he did to all the prisoners. He must have ordered their release or allowed them to create and sell NFTs. Subscribe now, and if we get to 10K likes, I will make a part 2 of this film. Until then, stay motivated.